Hello everybody, my name's Mistake Jake and welcome back to the book club. We're going to go with Yuri this time. We're reading poems right now. We just read Natsuki's poem in the last episode and Sayori's before that. Sayori's creeped me the hell out and Natsuki's was very interesting and I actually kind of liked it. Let's see what Yuri's dark opinion is on everything. Sorry if my mic keeps looking like it's shaking around because this is not a very secure desk, by the way. Let's see what you've written. Let's see what you've written for today. This is pretty good, Jake. You were influenced by seeing everyone's writing styles yesterday? I guess you could say that. I don't know. It was also a bit surprised by how differently everyone writes. That was me talking, apparently. So I respect you for trying new things. Nope, that was her talking. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long ways. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. If I don't, my head does not work. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. That's dangerous. And write down the things that you see and hear. I hear a goofy song in my head right now. So if I was writing anything, it would just be da 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 da. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. Okay, I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, well, an example of that if you would like to read it. Of course! This is a poem. This is the poem you wrote for today. Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. Why do you have to have such pretty handwriting? Her tune is way more pretty sounding. Okay. The raccoon. Give me a second. My throat is about to dry up. Okay. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. What? I gave the raccoon a piece of bread. My subconscious well aware of the consequences. While well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was this symptoms. God. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. I am not understanding this and it's kind of creeping me out that I don't. The moon, phases and affects much more light off of my cutting knife. As you can tell, I mumble through stuff when I don't know what it is. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Are you the raccoon? Is this like an alternate personality thing here? Because, or perhaps I merely project my emotions into the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more often, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic physical contingencies, blah 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 blah. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. So you are the raccoon. What is current bread? This is almost listed as somebody that cuts themselves. That's what I'm reading out of this. Because at first it's like, or maybe not. I don't know, but that's how I took it. Like, the raccoon becomes excited. You're excited that you now have the raccoon. Once you do the cutting, the raccoon gets excited every time. I feed myself again as you are the raccoon. I'm reading a lot into this, I hope. Thanks, Yuri. It was a little more daring with this one than yesterday. Yeah, I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. Dude, are you stupid? Or am I reading too much into it? Maybe I'm the stupid one. I hope I'm the stupid one. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. I just don't understand you, girl. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that's different. People can relate to in their own way. Nah, I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. You like to feed raccoons, or you like to cut bread, or you like knives. I don't know. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So you feed wild animals? I'm going to take that yes. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. That's funny. Didn't Nazuki also write something about that? It's about someone being ridiculed for a strange interest. Huh? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, it seems she's the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Technically, yes. Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me then. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now. But I'm glad that you're a good listener. Okay. I'm a little weirded out by that. So far, out of the poems I've read, Yuri's creeps me out, and so does Sayori's, and Nazuki's was the more mellow-headed one, at least in my opinion. Hi, Monica. Hi, Jake. How's the writing going? All right, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Blah, blah, blah. Alright. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Yeah, I found that out. Is that so? You say you and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well, it was a complete fluke, actually. That's all it was, girl. It was a complete fluke. I thought I was actually trying to impress Yuri, but somehow it ended up going the other direction. We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other as well each other's well-being, even if you show it in different ways. It ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think it's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. Sorry. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has a kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy could enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own, Childa. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out. I hope you do too, Childa. Alright, let's take a look. Oh boy. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless, meaningless noise. I don't know what that word is. Cacophony? Coaphony? I don't know. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveform, squeaking, scratching, piercing, shine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Is that a wiener invitation right there? Is that what that's supposed to be? Oh, we're gonna go over this again. The colors won't stop. Right. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Okay, I'm taking all this stuff that I'm reading in these to a literal sense. I'm trying to figure this out. A meaningless noise. Meaningless noise. Red, green, blue. Red, green, blue. What has red, green, blue? TVs have red, green, blue. If you look at most of the colors on a monitor or something, when you look at it, it's got red, green, blue. That one's not even close. I doubt it. A vinyl on a pizza crust. I don't understand it. The noise, it won't stop. Violent waveform, squeaking, scratching, piercing. I have no idea what this means. And then load me? That still sounds like a wiener invitation. Maybe Monica wants to get loaded up with something. I am extremely confused by this, by the way, so I'm just going to ignore this poem because I don't understand what the hell it means. Thanks, Monica. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? Yeah. I guess that's just... I don't know why I keep doing that laugh. I guess that's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. I didn't say I didn't like it. I said I don't understand what the hell it means. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. Especially the load me part. What? It's kind of like playing with my space on the paper. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Okay. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. Okay. It's almost like magic. I guess if you like writing poems, I've actually met a lot of people that actually have written over the years, and I'm like, I don't think I could do it. I'm doing it good on here because, it lays all the words out for me. But the way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. What noise? I don't understand. I see. No, you don't. Because I don't, and I'm you. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression of a feeling or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. What? I don't like that. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected might happen. That's unexpected right there. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. History. This episode's gonna be longer. Here's Mom's writing tip for the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself difficult things. Don't forget to save your game. You never know when something might change your mind or when something unexpected might happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? What the hell are you talking about? You're talking directly to the player, I think. Or was that just thrown in the game to throw you for a loop? Because I've seen stuff in games like that over the years. I mean, for a long time, when you're talking to somebody, they'll be talking as a tutorial thing, and it was like, and don't forget to save your game when you blah, 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 blah. While you're doing like learning how to control a character and stuff, it would tell you that. Like, your instructor in the game would tell you, don't forget to save your game. So, is that all this was? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening, Childa. Hi, Monica. Okay, everyone. Oh boy. We're all done reading for reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra. I plan to. I can't even talk now. I'm very frustrated with that last conversation. I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of, Childa. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. Well, we'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I have designed some pamphlets that we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica, yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we are also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Hey, Childa! I'm getting a headache. I'm dizzy. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. I'm getting super dizzy right now. I need to breathe. I got super dizzy there for a second. I think I've literally been talking so much it made myself dizzy with lack of oxygen. Oh, are you kidding, Monica? I'm getting super dizzy right now. You didn't already start putting up those posters, did you? Well, I did. Do you think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. But it's a bad idea. Wait, what did she just say? It is? It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to perform in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It is a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room of full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. I'm so sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yay! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons why we're all in this club today. Do you want to share that? Don't you want to share that with others to inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? You know you do. I know we all do. And if all... God, Monica, shut up for a second. And if all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Nazuki and Yuri remain silent. Sori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... It looks like Nazuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with.
Alright, Zelda! Phew. Thanks, Nazuki. What about you, Yuri? Funny joke! Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I think that's the word. Sigh. Do people actually say sigh? I guess I don't really have a choice. Any choice. Ah, that's everyone! You're the best, Yuri Childa! This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, it's too sudden. That could... Okay, never mind. I'm gonna leave that alone. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Of course? Don't know what that was. Now, let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to resave over number 1 again. And we're going to end this episode here because it's been a lot longer than I was planning on. Oh my god. So much reading, so much lack of oxygen. Oh, I have a headache right now, and I think it was actually caused by this game. Anyway, this episode weirded me a little bit due to wording in some of those poems. The telling me to save my game, I think I read a little more into that than I should have because games have a tendency to have characters in their games do that, so whatever. I mean, it's probably nothing. As I said, I think this game is a huge troll, and there's probably nothing going to happen in it anyway. Though the poems are a little awkward, yeah. So, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Okie Doki So Far Literature Club. If you liked it, drop a like down below, and stay tuned for another episode coming out soon. Hopefully it doesn't get any weirder. But until then, I will see all of you guys in the next video. See ya.